anime music, kawaii music, J-rock. These are all terms we use to describe music associated with a Japanese animated TV series. This kind of music has become so popular that it's begun to influence bedroom prog rock guitarists and EDM producers. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you 5 ways on how you can make your music sound more anime. So the first way we can make our music sound much more anime is by using what is called the Royal Road chord progression. The chords that make up this progression are the major 4 chord, the major 5 chord, minor 3 chord, and minor 6 chord. In the key of C major, this would be our F major chord, G major, E minor, and then A minor. The reason this chord progression has become so popular in anime music is because it sounds uplifting, but it's not definitively happy. It creates a much moodier sound this way. So I've pulled up these chords in my DAW here, and this is what it sounds like. The next way we can make our music sound even more anime is by adding in chord extensions that make our chords sound jazzier or more colorful, so adding in the 7ths and 9ths. So now I've changed my chords for this to an F major 9 chord, a G major 9 chord, an E minor 7, and an A minor 7. And that sounds like this. The third way we're going to make your music sound even more anime is by having it be a tad more upbeat and then a catchy melody. The way I'm achieving this is by adding a little more rhythmic variation to our piano. Then I'm adding in a violin melody. So the piano sounds like this just by itself. So I'm kind of playing a little bit on the offbeat there. Not every single note is on each beat. This kind of gives it a little more variety. The next thing we're going to take a look at now is the violin melody I have with this, and that sounds like this on its own. Now, some rules for creating a good melody are that it should be able to be played with one hand on the piano, and it should show space. And you can show space through different rhythms and then intervals or each note. And so the way I created my melody is something I kind of learned about. It's called a salt and pepper method. So our first little bit right here is the salt. And then this next little bit is the pepper. And then we're going to take the same kind of salt we used before, but add a variation on it, and then the same kind of pepper, add a variation on it. So this beginning part right here is an ascending scale going down to a note, and whenever I repeated it, I have the ascending scale again, but on different notes, and then going back to the same note as before. Now for the pepper kind of parts, I'm using the same rhythm as before, but just with different notes. So both of these together sound like this. Now, the fourth way we can make our music sound even more anime is through instrumentation. So a lot of anime music uses guitars, bass, drums, keyboard, synthesizers, and then violins. And they also use sound design elements to kind of give it that cute sound. So some sound design elements of this kind of nature would be like a swing set kind of swinging back and forth, or like a soda can opening. So the sound design elements I decided to add into my little song are a clap, soda can opening, and then the wow anime girl sound. So everything all together, adding in a synthesizer, violin, guitar, bass, drums, with all the other sound design elements, sound like this. And that is how we create an anime kind of sound. Now, I'm sure you're curious, this video says 5 ways, which is the 5th way? So, the 5th way is creating a story for your music. A great saying I heard about when writing music for any sort of media is that it should portray what the characters are feeling without actually saying it. So the story I kind of imagined for my little song here is some people hanging out in a restaurant or a bar right after they got off work. And a great way to practice this by yourself is actually taking a scene from your favorite show and muting the music and all the audio and then writing music yourself.
or just looking up a picture online of your favorite character and writing something what you imagine embodies that character. And that is the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think. Do all that YouTube stuff, and I'll catch you on the next one.